What is up, guys? It's Sean again with another video with Stay Gaming. Listen, this is going to be a pretty short video, nothing too extensive. I kind of wanted to pose the question, like, since the service came back with Shinobi Striker, people have been kind of hitting it pretty hard. I mean, the service was off for pretty much damn near, what, 5-6 days. So people are hitting it pretty hard, right? But what I'm noticing and what I'm seeing with the DLC, especially with the new DLC, I don't know. Maybe, again, I don't want to harp too much on it, but maybe you guys can kind of agree. Maybe we can kind of create some dialogue. As the title says, is Shinobi Striker starting to be pay to win, right? Like, as you can see right now, I'm showing some video right now of a few people using some of the new moves, Minato's moves, and a lot of the other moves that are in the new DLC that came out, with the three Hokages, Hashirama, Tobirama, and Minato. And I'm starting to kind of see a trend, right? I'm starting to see a trend where people are purchasing these DLCs. Granted, if you have the season pass, hey, you can go ahead and you can get them, right? If you don't, the average player has to go and choose which DLC they want to purchase. You spend the $4, download them, and you use them. But what I'm seeing is, I'm starting to see that a lot of the new DLC is pretty OP in certain instances, right? Me with my character style, especially with my attacker, I'm a pretty cut and dry type of fighter. I don't use any of the crazy fancy new jutsus. I feel that the taijutsu build is a pretty dominant build. I mean, if you know how to conserve your moves, you know how to use it the way it is, I mean, you can pretty much dominate no matter what. But I'm a pretty intermediate player. I think I'm not gonna sit up here and say I'm the best or anything like that. I'm pretty good. Me and my clan, we kind of go in there and we do our thing. But the average player that has to go against people that don't have the new DLC, that doesn't have the ends to go and purchase the new characters and their new moves and all that stuff, makes it kind of hard for them to kind of compete competitively with everybody else. And I started thinking, I'm like, man, the DLC is again, it's a balance issue. I think there's a huge balance issue with the DLC, which is funny because obviously, as you guys know, and I think a couple videos back, and I have a Discord about it. I may have the Discord linked in the description bar for the tournament that I'm putting together. Granted, we already have the teams. The teams are already pretty much locked. But obviously, I'm putting together a tournament hosted by myself, sponsored by Fade Grips, and the help of other admins and stuff like that to kind of help me put it together. But obviously, all the prizes are all funded through me and Fade Grip and everything like that. So we're putting that together so people can actually competitively fight, right, and show off their skills, get their teams or clans or whatever together. But what was funny, one of the main things people were saying, oh, are you going to have the new DLC moves being able to be accessed for the tournament? And to me, that was an immediate no. I mean, I talked with a lot of the admins and stuff like that, and I was just trying to get their insight. And we really believe, especially with the way this game is, you play this game, you know what you're getting into. Come on now, like, usually 9 times out of 10, the moves that come out initially for the DLCs are usually OP. It's usually ridiculously unbalanced. And of course, they're going to have to take time to put in another path. They got to rebalance all the jutsus. It becomes a problem, right? And people were actually pretty upset by that. People were like, oh, it's still DLC. You shouldn't have to, block that out. I'm like, come on, dude. You play the game long enough to understand. You're trying to find a way you can actually beat the system. Oh, I'm going to use these moves because, you can cheese it half the time. And if obviously playing the game now, people know and see that the game is very unbalanced. And me trying to make this tournament as accessible or easily accessible and fun for everyone, I had to you know, undoubtedly I had to, you know, stop the use of the DLC, at least for this tournament, because I see the unbalance issue. Now, again, I want to create some dialogue. I want you guys to give me maybe some insight, what you think. Maybe you may not feel the same way. You know, again, every move is pretty escapable, but there are some instances and in some situations, and we all know those situations that come about where we can't escape and we have no reason, no way to escape, and we get put into these situations where we can't get out of certain jutsus, and of course makes those new jutsus from the DLC very, very, very unbalanced. So with all that being said, I want you guys to understand, you know, me putting it out there, I hope you guys can actually understand and realize that I'm just only creating dialogue. I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys say? All right? Stay gaming, guys. Take care. Next video.